I'm so excited to be back and I can't wait to be out on court and I hope to see you there.
Alex Eala has officially arrived in Birmingham, and Filipino fans are already making their presence felt across the United Kingdom before Wimbledon has even begun. Just 96 hours after leaving court, Suzanne Lenglen with tears in her eyes, the 20-year-old sensation from Manila touched down on British soil as the number 2 seed at the prestigious Lexus Birmingham Open. But what awaited her was something few players experience. The moment Eala arrived at Edgbaston Priory Club, she was greeted by a sea of Philippine flags waving proudly in the crowd. Red, white, and blue, illuminated by the iconic golden sun, filled the venue weeks before Wimbledon's famous gates at SW19 are even scheduled to open. The atmosphere felt less like a warm-up tournament and more like the beginning of something much bigger. And make no mistake, this is not happening by accident. What is unfolding across the United Kingdom right now feels like a full-scale rehearsal for what could become one of the most electrifying Wimbledon atmospheres in recent memory. Everywhere Eala goes, the support continues to grow. Fans are traveling across cities, organizing meetups, and preparing to follow every step of her grass court journey. Just 4 days earlier, on May 26, 2026, Eala suffered a heartbreaking first-round defeat at the French Open against her close friend, Iva Jovic. The loss was painful, not only because of the result but because of the emotions attached to it. Cameras captured the young Filipina star fighting back tears as she walked off the court, knowing her dream run in Paris had come to an unexpected end. For many players, a defeat like that would leave lingering disappointment. But Alex Eala has never been known for staying down for long. Instead of dwelling on the setback, she immediately turned her attention toward the grass court season, a critical stretch of the year that could redefine her career. Now, with Birmingham serving as her first major stop on the road to Wimbledon, anticipation is reaching extraordinary levels. What makes this moment even more remarkable is how rapidly Eala's popularity has exploded beyond the Philippines. British tennis fans, international media, and longtime supporters are all beginning to recognize that they may be witnessing the rise of a future superstar. Every practice session draws attention. Every appearance attracts cameras. Every match feels larger than the one before. The excitement surrounding Eala is no longer just about potential, it is about possibility. Fans believe she has the talent, determination, and fearless mentality to challenge some of the biggest names in women's tennis. And as the grass court season begins, many are wondering whether Birmingham could be the place where her next breakthrough starts. For now, one thing is already clear. The Wimbledon atmosphere has arrived early. And at the center of it all stands Alex Eala, carrying the hopes of millions, inspiring a growing global fan base, and preparing for what could be the most important summer of her young career.
Is such a good friend of mine. We competing against each other as competitors, I think we're very accustomed.
Hours after the disappointment in Paris, Alex Eala shared a message with her 16 million combined followers that perfectly captured her mindset. There were no excuses, no complaints, and no self-pity. Just a simple promise. First Grand Slam main draw in the books. Back to the drawing board for now, but we'll come back stronger next time. See you for the grass. Most players would have gone home after a heartbreaking loss like that. Alex Eala did the opposite. She packed her bags, boarded a flight to England, and immediately shifted her focus to the next challenge. Because Birmingham is not a vacation stop on the calendar. It is the beginning of one of the most important stretches of her entire season. As she arrives in the United Kingdom, Eala is carrying two burdens that few people outside her inner circle are talking about. The first is emotional. Just days ago, she suffered the toughest defeat of her young career, falling at the French Open to one of her closest friends on tour, Iva Jovic. The loss was painful enough, but the aftermath made it even more emotional. Jovic later shared a heartfelt message alongside a photo of the two embracing, writing, "One of those days I wish there could be two winners." The image quickly spread across social media, reminding everyone how difficult professional sports can be when friendship and competition collide. The second burden is far more ruthless. It is mathematics. Unlike many players in Birmingham, Eala is defending valuable ranking points earned during her breakthrough grass court run last season. Every match matters. Every victory matters. Every point matters. The success she achieved in Birmingham, Ilkley, Nottingham, and especially that unforgettable Eastbourne final now becomes the standard she must defend. If she cannot match those results, those ranking points disappear. That pressure follows her into every match she plays over the next month. And the challenge begins immediately. Reports suggest her opening match could be a rematch against Linda Fruhvirtova, the same opponent who ended Eala's Birmingham campaign a year ago. The memory is still fresh. The opportunity for revenge is right in front of her. But while Eala prepares for battle on the court, something extraordinary is happening off it. The Filipino community across the United Kingdom is mobilizing. Last year, Alex Eala arrived in Birmingham with little fanfare. She exited early and left without attracting major headlines. Fast forward 12 months, and everything has changed. Tournament organizers are promoting her as one of the biggest stars in the field. British media outlets are calling her one of the most exciting names of the entire grass court season. The transformation has been astonishing. Yet marketing campaigns alone do not create a movement. Fans do. At tournaments around the world, Filipino supporters have repeatedly proven they are willing to travel incredible distances just to watch Eala compete. During the Italian Open in Rome, reports emerged of fans flying in from London, Germany, and Malta specifically to support the young Filipina star. By the end of the week, even local Italian spectators had started cheering her name. What began as a fan base had evolved into a global community. Now imagine that same passion arriving in the United Kingdom. Britain is home to one of the largest Filipino populations in Europe. Birmingham is only a short train ride from London. If fans were willing to fly across countries to watch her on clay, how many will show up when she is competing practically in their backyard? That question is already being answered. The Eala fan movement is no longer a curiosity. It has become a force. Tournament organizers have noticed. Players have noticed. The tennis world has noticed. According to growing media coverage, Eala's ability to attract crowds is drawing comparisons to legendary Filipino icon Manny Pacquiao. While their sports are completely different, the comparison centers on one thing: the ability to inspire an entire nation and bring fans wherever they go. What makes Eala's rise even more remarkable is that she is doing this before winning a major WTA title. Think about that for a moment. She is generating the type of attention usually reserved for established superstars. Practice courts are packed. Crowds gather hours before matches. Organizers are adjusting logistics to accommodate demand. For a player still early in her professional journey, that level of influence is almost unheard of. And inside the locker room, her fellow players are paying attention too. Several competitors have openly praised the energy and passion of Filipino fans. When opponents begin talking about your supporters, those supporters are no longer just spectators. They become part of the story itself. They become a factor. That is why the next month could be historic. Birmingham is only the beginning. Eastbourne follows. Then comes Wimbledon. For the first time ever, Alex Eala will enter the Wimbledon main draw directly through her ranking without needing to survive qualifying rounds. It is a milestone achievement for Philippine tennis and a moment many fans have dreamed about for years. The atmosphere is already building. Birmingham is the rehearsal. Eastbourne is the soundcheck. Wimbledon is the main event. And if Eala makes a deep run on grass, the impact could extend far beyond rankings and trophies. It could reshape the visibility of tennis across Southeast Asia and introduce millions of new fans to the women's game. But before any of that can happen, there is one challenge directly in front of her. The next match. The next point. The next opportunity. Just 4 days ago, Alex Eala walked off a court in Paris heartbroken. Today, she is smiling on the practice courts of Birmingham while young Filipino fans wave flags and cheer her name. That is the reality of professional sports. One moment brings disappointment. The next offers a brand new beginning. And for Alex Eala, the grass court season may be where the next chapter of her story truly begins.